Tinubu is looking at spending a whopping 500 billion naira on palliatives as citizens grapple with high cost of living and galloping inflation amid subsidy removal. To this end, he has written to the National Assembly seeking an amendment to the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Act. The president's letter was read on the floor of the House of Representatives by the Speaker of the lower legislative chamber, Tajuddin Abbas, during plenary on Wednesday. According to the amendments, according to the amendment will allow the federal government to source 500 billion naira for palliative to cushion the effects of subsidy removal. The letter was titled Request for the Amendment of the 2022 Appropriation Act. Tinubu said the money would come from the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Act of 819.5 billion naira. He said he writes to request the approval of the House of Representatives for an amendment of the 2022 Appropriation Act in accordance with the law. The request has become necessary in order to source for funds to provide necessary palliatives to cushion the effects of the recent removal of fuel subsidy in Nigeria. The sum of 500 billion naira only has been extracted from the 2022 Appropriation Act of 819.536 billion for the provision of palliatives to Nigerians to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal. He expects that the House will speedily consider the request. The Speaker said the lawmakers will consider Tinubu's request as plenary on Thursday. Tinubu's request is coming amid vociferous calls for measures to put in place to ameliorate the hardship and suffering of the masses following the removal of fuel subsidy by the president in May. Or very, very unserious people. You don't remove and take it. You don't even think of this thing. You can't take your time. You do anything where you like. Nah, you can't do request. Is that not what's supposed to have been done for somebody who is going to be hitting the ground running? He hit the ground running by, creating more hardship. And another thing, this useless palliative they are talking about, all this nonsense money, because it's so annoying. They share during Buhari's time, they call some trader money, social investment program. What do they call this? Anchor borrowers money of Emefiele. The whole thing is that it will just go into the hands of few individuals, tiny individuals. At the end of the day, the people they are going to be giving, their life will be worse off. This suffering and hardship that they have created, it affected everybody across board. Now they will be telling you that there are some people, they will not be using that nonsense language. The poorest of the poor. You to just imagine the poorest of the poor. Everybody is the whole hardship is biting everybody. It's not even saying, oh, maybe some people are the ones suffering it. Everybody across board. But when they want to do all these palliatives, they will not be telling you this and that. They will not be negotiating. They will not be, now that he's seeking. But when he wanted to put a stop to that first subsidy, he didn't consult anybody. Now they are going to be forming one-man committee, two-man committee. At the end of the day, if they eventually get the money will just go into few people's hands. At the end of the day, it will not make any impact in the people's life. That is what we're always talking about. When they tell you, oh, this one, you made this one, you made that one. Why can't you do something that everybody, both rich and poor, will benefit? Because everybody is contributing. I don't understand. Everybody is contributing, but when it comes to the time they want to loot, they will not be telling you they are selecting few individuals. It's just like when you have a library being built. It's for everybody. If you don't go there to assess the benefits or the usefulness of that library, that is you. But at least something has been in place. You talk about hospitals. Everybody will benefit from it. Especially cost of transportation. Recently, we learned that the governor of Borno State, Governor Zulum, he was able to provide vehicles for farmers, because the reason why this whole thing is escalating, it starts from transporting food items from one location to another, and that is what is killing everybody, because the most important thing is what you are going to eat and shelter, and all of the things it will see affect everything. He was able to provide recently, I think about 2 weeks ago, he was able to provide a vehicles that will be conveying goods from one point to another, and which will reduce the prices of things in the market. Those are the things we are talking about, that everybody will be partakers of it. It will affect everybody irrespective of anything. But when you begin to share money, how much are you going to share? And this thing is going to be one of how much, even if you're going to be paying somebody how much every month, it's not going to help anything. It's not going to do nothing. A lot of people are called for that the cancellation of that palliative, because it will take people more into poverty. I remember Oshibaju and Buhari, they said they were going to bring about, as in whether 100 million, there was a time they mentioned 10 million. Even, but I think the reverse was the case, because instead of bringing people out of poverty, they sank people more into poverty. So what are we talking about? The same people that operated on all these useless programs in the time of a PDP, they said Shopee, this one, Empower. And when during the election of 2019, they were sharing that money, trade that money, they say, oh, people were going, you don't want to go through all those nonsense. And that is exactly what is happening. Mm. Mm. Well, of course, a lot of reactions and counter reactions is what we are going to be getting. Another means of looting treasury. Tinubu have continued from where Buhari stops. Release ye not a kobo for INEC select criminal. You cannot see what tribalism, hatred and tribal politics can cause. How on earth do you think that a man of his 8 years old will do for you as a president? I'm an Igbo man. If people line up to be voted for, and the people in that lineup are somebody like Dati, Ojikalu, Ade Farati, Ade Farati, or Ade Wanti, or whatever, I will not vote for you, Zokalu, because he can't deliver but looting. I will vote for Dati. Why? Because he's young and intelligent, and from my assessment, he can deliver. But Ade Farasi or Fashionati is old. That is the only reason I will not vote for him. It goes beyond that. If somebody can be young and all of that, does the person have the compassion, or is the person uh, 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 um, does the person have integrity? That's another thing. There are a lot of things to this. As it is in Nigeria, nobody can trust anybody. Anybody can tell you anything, and that's why some people are still even still skeptical about Peter B. Are you sure when he gets there, oh, he's not going to change? He's not going to be telling us, oh, this and this and that. Those are the things. The foundation of this country is faulty. Believe you me, somebody who said, oh, I'm not going to go for a another person. If the person has integrity, why not? Why not? It's so ridiculous. So honestly, they want to, you're seeking for money. It's now you're planning it. You didn't even plan it from beginning. Just now they are planning it. When people, you know, you see, they will tell you they are patriotic. You didn't do nothing. You just announced removal of subsidy. The next day you increase the price, and you are telling us that you eat the ground running, and you expect a crime not to escalate. It's not possible.